Okay, I hope I can start. Right? Hello everybody, thank you that you are here. And today I want to present you the technique which I use already many years in my work. And if I know how it works, it helped me to be better, to write code better, simpler, and to create services faster. Okay. Before I start, I want to say special thanks to my family for their support. They supported me every conference, and thank you for my wife, thank you for my children, Mark and Maya, and thank you for my animals, Marcel and Kisa. And special thanks to my daughter, Maya. She created all illustration in my presentations. Thank you, Maya. Who I am? I am Maxim Danilov. I work more than 27 years in software development. Last 9 years or a little bit more, I work with Python and Django. I'm a speaker on the conference about Python and Django, and over 6 years I work with different JavaScript frameworks. Also, I won some awards as a code mentor in engineering. And also my experience collected not only from development, also I started successfully 5 startups, which awards, and my experience goes also from business understanding, how it works. All links to slides you can collect on my Bitbucket, and links to these slides on and for code I also provide after this talk. Okay, what is technique µDjango or Django micro framework? This is always single PI file project. Second, this single PI file project offers us full Django functionality. Nothing is reduced or cut. Also, this technique allows me, give me a possibility to use different Django batteries or something else. I can run it standalone. I can run developed file in a monolith with any other files, and also it's testable with Django unit test, and so on. This is example from test repository. Here you can see gitignore, Docker file, MinePI. You can name it as you wish. README, MD, and TestPI. Oh, Max, you're a liar. 2 files. Okay, we can see a little bit later. TestPI goes not in mine repository. Okay, before I show the technology, I want to present you how this technology was refined. The first and important input in this technology did Julia Ellman and Mark Lavin with their book Lightweight Django. I have not read the next version of this book, but it is amazing. They already in 2014 created Django with WebSockets without any Django channels or some other batteries, and it was genius. In 2015, I started a successful data lake for alcohol in Europe, and prototype was created from 2 smart person, Armin Wolf and Florian Enmoser, and they create a prototype for my project, which based of ideas lightweight Django, and idea was they offer me a very simple Django project. Simple, I mean, structure of project was very simple. In the next years, idea was changed, and in 2019-18, I find this idea in benchmark in GitHub from Kirill Klenov. He created benchmark for different frameworks, and for Django he created test project in lightweight Django style. Idea from Kirill, exactly 50% from this idea I use right now. A little bit later, Django micro framework was presented on DjangoCon. There you can find many famous persons in Django, and Django micro framework was presented from Vincent, but I don't understand there is the improvement because it was simply copy from lightweight Django, but they improve a little bit idea. Of course, no Django version, we can some things change. Paolo Melchiorre, after DjangoCon 2023, presented new name, µDjango, and also Paolo offer idea how we can start it with async protocol. Okay, let's go. How it work? Too many words. Standard start project. I open folder, I run Django admin start project µDjango, and we got result which we see on the left side. I don't like this idea from Django. I use is something others. I start project which names config, and after that I rename the root folder in µDjango. In this case, I have a project. There I have folder config, and in folder config I can collect all settings and configs which we need. Easy and light to understand. Other case we have 2 times µDjango. Don't repeat yourself, boys. Okay, after that we should start easy app for our project, and after that I start micro app, and in this micro app we have huge number of different files, and I have already 9 years question why we need it. Because okay, model probably it's required for ORM, but not. Apps, for example, is a very important file for Django, but nobody uses it, app config. Why, for example, admin file is not plural? Other files is plural, admin not plural, I don't know. Why migration created right now and not before the first make migration? Many questions. I don't have any questions. And accordingly to µDjango paradigm, we copy it all in root folder. If somebody is crashed, throw away. And like a result, we have ASCII-WSGI interfaces, manage model settings, test, and URLs. Remove migration, remove unnecessary files, delete empty folders, that's all. Not too much, but too much. The next step is I can mix ASCII API, WSGI API, and manage API, and I mix it in one file. And in this case, this is working example. You can follow me in repository. What it happens? The code in WSGI API and ASCII API repeat yourself, but don't repeat yourself. I create only the one version of code, and from manage API I take if name mine, execute from command line. Not forget to change in settings WSGI, base dir, and something other settings. Okay, 5 files. Probably we can do something more. After some digging in code and from Django, I understand we don't need file models. because models registered itself in Django apps if we import file with this model. The first file which Django starts to import is URL. If I put models in URL, they will be automatically registered. Bingo! Throw away models. But we still have URLs, test settings and mine. Last frontier. URLs in mine. URLs in mine goes easy. I simply copy a line from one file in other file. Model exactly right now I remove from view. And very important, any URLs and any functions before name mine should be lazy objects. Other case, Django say us, sorry, Django application not registered, not find settings PI. And the line number 9, it's a little bit weird, because if in environment I have this parameter, I don't need this line. In this case, I can also throw away line number 9, and we have only 3 lines Django project which works completely normally. And we can check it. Async version seems like a piece of cake. The sync version works normally. What I forget? Of course, I forget to add to URL static files. Mentioning of static files. Add static files work normally. And right now we have one example only with MyPI, settings PI, and tests. Usable example, how I use this micro project. This is example for microservice which get from database some data, serialize it, and throws away to customer. I run it asynchronously, and important is I use right now a special serialized Django serializer framework. It's built into Django. This Django serializer offers us the possibility to serialize Django objects without any problems and without Django REST framework, without anything. Okay, it works. You can run and test it yourself, but somebody who see this code asked me, Max, you run it async, but the view is not async. Okay, this is a good question, and we can run it async. I create a normal async view based on base view classes, class-based views, and one small trick. Instead of creation of URL patterns below my view, I create a decorator which, like a fast API, like a Flask, like some other frameworks, we decorate view with URL. And in this case, it works normally, and also I can use, for example, quarks from request to change which fields will be serialized. And one problem we have here, if somebody here what Django works asynchronously, I can answer no. If you want to work with class-based view, everything in this class should be changed to work in async mode. This is a teeny example, but if you want to work normally with class-based views, it should be all overwritten. And thank you. And yeah, okay. Let's go further. This is example help us work in microservice mode. And what Max you say about tests? Probably you can ask. Tests is a file which also run Django, and after that I create, especially for you, async test, and I run it async, and it works. What I want to do, I want to get the first user from database, and this is also work keep the bear. And important thing, I use other file settings as a test settings, and this is important because usually we have for development one settings, for production other setting, for testing other setting. Who use it in Django? Probably else. Yep. And it means settings should be part of development and or environment, and this is not a part of project. And also we like an environment. And in this case, normal project is a project, and test PI I put in other file, in other folder. And you can also see Django accepted what settings file. This is not part of project because we can run project and say which file can be used in different ways, like from environments or from arguments from command line. Use case: single service. µDjango second step, microservice MindPI in settings, even folder settings somewhere on my computer. I have test settings, and I run this command, and I can use test setting from everywhere to apply to run my project. Use cases: services as modular monolith. I will speak about it tomorrow. In this case, I create more folder, and after that, I go through whole folder and I collect only MindPI. If I found MindPI in this folder, I add this MindPI in URL, and after that, I run only first MindPI, and I get 20 URLs from different MindPI from different folders. Use cases: I can run it in Docker. In Docker with single file works easily. I already provided a comment how I run it with settings for production, and we can use also this approach in Docker Compose. Don't forget, Docker Compose has a new version. And in first version it was command Docker Compose up. Second version we should write Docker Compose up and file also Compose. Who used the second version of Docker Compose? Oh, schon many. Thank you. Okay, in this case, you see the project contains µDjango, Docker file, and MindPI, and settings I add to project by start. BIM testing, BIM development, or BIM production. Why we can use it? At first, we use it successfully, very successfully in SQRS-based project. For example, only to read data from database is perfectly works, brilliant. Also, we use it in modular monolith project. Once more time, we speak about it tomorrow. Also, if one messy monolith think they are service-oriented project, in this monolith we can use these services like on the picture. We have big monolith and we can add µDjango services for this. And also async-oriented sync Django project, if you want to run some views in async mode, you can create a micro Django project only to run something in async mode, etc. What is not covered in my talk, because we don't have too much time, at first, I don't say nothing about migrations, and I offer a reuse existing model from core project. I mean, this micro project has always dependency to model from core project if it's possible. Also, I not cover how we follow dry in multiple micro projects, pattern and principles, how it's possible. It's not possible in this universe, but don't matter. Also, I don't cover how organize repositories and handle effective code if you should to improve something. It's not real, but it's also possible. And also, right now we have more than 300 micro Django apps and projects, and how to work with that without headache, it's possible or not, I don't know. And at last, I don't say nothing about development practices, how easy, fast, and furious deploy every microservice to the production. It's a myth. Yeah. Make microservices, not war. Thank you for your attention, and link to slides you can find on the QR code.